And we're back, guys, on Tuesday, not Monday, because it's been a crazy, crazy weekend.
Blame Heinzie.
It's all my fault.
Heinzie's fault.
Always my fault. Honestly, dead set. It's like, man, you know, I can't fit you in, Cubs. I'm a pretty big deal these days.
I was sitting at my computer. I'm like, Heinzie, where are you?
Yeah, you're going to work to my schedule, Cubs. Haven't got time for your anymore. You're going to have to work around me. That's how it works.
And the video's done. It's gone black. Just kidding.
No, it's great to have you here, man. It's a lot of fun. Part 2 of Rogue Actions this week, on a Tuesday. We'll be back to Mondays next week, I promise. Guys, if you're brand new to this channel, smash that red button. Super important to help us grow this awesome channel. We're growing really well. We're almost at 6K YouTube followers, which is great. Subscribers, so we're absolutely thrilled. We're doing, we're doing really, really well, and we just want to keep growing. So keep it coming, guys. Thank you so much if you have hit that red button already. Really, really great. But yeah, we've got some more topics here, Cubs, we need to talk about. We do obviously. We just got to the end of 3v3. A lot of people have thoroughly enjoyed it, and congrats if you got Kyber. A lot of people think it's absolutely house. So again, it is a polarizing type of
I love
tournament.
3v3.
You love 3v3? You're a fan?
I don't get the hate for it. I think people I'm going to get hate for this, but I'm just going to say, I'm going to give a hot take. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go, man.
Some people might get defensive at this hot take. The reason why people don't like 3v3 is because they don't like to think.
Yeah, it is a theory crafter's dream.
You have to
I
think
agree
about
with that.
it. You have to really theorize and think. It's a totally different game that you really have to prepare for and think through. And 5v5 is just we do the same old that we're used to. So I think that's why people don't like it.
Yeah. No autopilot on this. You have to get your head around it. Absolutely. But what I thought was that I'd like to just highlight a few interesting teams that I hadn't seen it. And Cubs, I'd love to see if you can throw any others out there that you've seen that we haven't included in these. I've just got 3 that I just wanted to quickly talk about. Again, one that I obviously have started using myself, and I mean, it's a wrecking ball of a team. It really is. Obviously, Sith Eternal with Wat Tambor and the Armorer. Now, I could have thrown that at just about everything. You'll lose Armorer, you'll lose Wat, but there's no way you're not going to win that battle. Not great on the banner efficiency, but mate, you can throw anything at it, and it gets the job done. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good Ray killer too. Especially, it's what I used against Arnold for the Ray IG-11 and Queel team, and it rolls it. But unfortunately, you will likely lose characters, and that's the biggest caveat to it, and why I think it's a solution for a very strong team, not something that I would use against very many things, because I don't want to sacrifice the banners if I don't have to.
Yeah. Do you think that will be a stronger team lineup in 5v5 coming up soon? I think it'd be a bit more solid with some more tanks around it to take those hits.
Yeah, I almost feel like in 5v5 you can almost drop Watt, use him somewhere else, and just take armor in. Yeah,
I think so too. It's pretty solid. The shield tech's pretty good when you chuck it on, though. It does come in pretty handy, and the cleanse is good too. So you could almost do the opposite. You could almost probably hang on to armor and use that somewhere else.
Yeah, true.
What I think is almost a definite with that Sith Eternal. If he's tanky and strong enough, I think you could maybe get away with armor. But yeah, again, an interesting team we came up against. We obviously have seen, as you said, you mentioned Ray not that long ago. The Ray, Quill, and IG-11 was pretty disgusting. I did not enjoy that too much. She whirlwind a hell of a lot, as we know, in 3v3. And couple into that, the survivability of both Quill and IG-11 are just absolutely crazy. I got caught along the way myself on that one, and again, a really interesting combination.
Yep, very good defensive team. If you are not prepared for how that team works, it will beat you. It will beat you. Yeah. It's very beatable. There are teams that beat it, but it's one of those teams that if you're not ready for it, you're going to lose.
Yep. If you're not prepared, or you don't know how it works, if you don't take out the right character, if you don't focus on the right one at the time, you can really get into trouble quite easily, and there's no coming back from it. So again, really, really interesting lineup. Found that pretty cool, but this is the one that I really loved, and you actually alluded to this pretty early on. The Rebels made some beautiful work. I saw a lot of Wedge, Hun, and Chewie action out there in attack. Our boy Wedge is back, which is great. Saw obviously Big sitting on the sidelines, so Wedge was doing all the heavy lifting there. But it was great to see. Obviously you could release CLS for like a Chupio and a 3PO team. We saw a lot of those, which was again great. Something I used as well, and it got some good holds along the way too. But again, it was good to see Wedge getting dusted off, so to speak. In my mind, I really enjoyed seeing that. It was fun.
Yeah, I used Wedge with Han and Chewie in every Grand Arena, and it only lost me one battle, and that battle was due to a very, very big mistake, which the Cubs fan will remind me about endlessly. There's a command about CLS has tenacity when he doesn't have call to action, so I can't stun him. Gosh dang it! But yeah, I love splitting up Han and Chewie and CLS in 3v3. It works very well, and of course CLS with 3 Baka and C3PO is a great defensive team. If your opponent is a very formidable opponent, and they have a Rey, I would say it may be ill-advised to place this because the Resistance bros, the handbag bros, dust that team off fast. It's no competition. But other than that, it's a very good defensive team, in my opinion.
Yeah. I did see also just the last one. Speaking of Resistance, I obviously saw old school Finn make a bit of a comeback as well. With the 2 handbag boys. They were doing some really good work, some great holds there as well. It was just really, really cool to see. I love seeing some of the old characters being usable again instead of just sitting on the bench.
This is why I love 3v3, guys. This is why I love 3v3. It lets us use characters that we don't usually use. It lets us use the leadership abilities we don't usually use and synergies we don't usually use, because you're taking... That's why I think 3 is the perfect amount, because you're splitting a team of 5 and you need... 3 characters will stay together, and then 2 characters need a home. They need a 3rd character to come in there, which is where you have things like Wedge jumping in with Han and Chewie, giving them a damage boost, and wow, that works really well, and other things. And so this is why I love 3v3, and I feel bad for knocking people who don't love it. You guys love whatever you like and hate whatever you hate, or don't like whatever you don't like. I just think 3v3 is a lot of fun. I think people miss out on how much fun it is.
Yeah, totally agree. And guys, again, in the comments below, let us know what other teams you saw out there that you really enjoyed. Things that were a little bit crazy, things you didn't expect when those zones opened up. And we'd love to hear what you think in case there's some other ones there that we didn't actually think of then. So we'd love to hear from you guys. That's what it's all about. Now, we do obviously need to touch on the Rancor. We got our post from our boy Doja.
Yep.
Our boy Doja that we love and adore, our boy Doja. Mwah. Send Cubs a DM, please, so he has to Zeta
Listen
something.
To this
That
simp
would be great.
over here.
If you don't mind.
To Doja.
But we need to talk about the changes. I mean, we know obviously, we just talked and we alluded to it in your video. Of course, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is soloing phase 1. They don't like soloing phases at all. It's a cheese team without being a cheese team. It's just a massive damage dealer. And they've already said, guys, we don't like this. We're not a fan of it. We're looking into it, which just tells you straight off the bat that this ain't going to be happening for much longer. So make the most of it. But again, I'm really fascinated on how they can scale him back to be less useful in that sort of scenario. And I don't know how you can do it without capping his damage and that's all he can do and insta kill. I just really don't know how we can make this work. Any ideas, Cubs, on how this could work, do you think?
It makes me antsy. Anytime you touch a character like this that was this much of an investment, and that I think this is why they made, and we talked about this in my video, I was surprised to see a post from the devs on a late Saturday night. The US time. I was like, wow, they're up and working right now. And I think the reason why is they saw this and they thought we gotta get out ahead of this now, because people are gonna be pissed no matter what. If we touch their SOKRs. And of course, I do think that they will change some of the mechanics in the raid. I'm not sure what the answers are. I mean, I don't know if I love a damage cap. I think that the enrage function is really good, and the enrage function is there to prevent these super long runs. There's just been too many ways to avoid it, and too many ways to get out ahead of the enrage and dodge it and all of this stuff. And so I think that that might be where they need to address things, is once a certain, amount of damage is done or something, or however many turns, then it's just insta-kills. I don't know. That kind of feels anti-fun to me too. So I don't know. This is why they get paid $1 billion, so they can sort these problems out, right?
True. But they've got to get it right. And this is the thing. They need to get this right because they've been doing really good stuff lately. And again, we haven't had a huge issue for a while because we haven't had a new raid for a while. So again, it's certainly something that needs to be addressed. I think we both agree with that. Otherwise it's just going to get to the point where, at some point you're going to have teams that just solo the whole thing. We can't have that. But I think something along the lines of, 5 or 10%. I think, 10% is probably a fair number. Once you hit 10%, it's game over for that run. You need 10 people at 10% to be on at the same time to move to P2. I think that's viable. And not everyone's using this team, by the way. I mean, with Cubs, we actually, in my particular guild, we're lucky enough that we can sort of hold people back a bit. And the way that we do that is to actually not use Supreme Leader Colo in phase 1. We save him for phases 2 and 3.
We're in a great position. Got my SOKR at Relic 7. I just got it. I want a refund, CG.
But that's a way that, firstly, it's fair to all the other members. So everyone gets a bit of a shot. I mean, if you got a guy that can solo a whole phase, everyone else is going to be pretty pissed in your guild. So we just say, you know what? Don't use it. Use other teams and other combinations and make it an even playing field to an extent. We've already started doing that at our end because we're aware of this being an issue. So again, I can see that it is an issue for some. I think that it's going to help a lot of guilds, progress that little bit further in the raid. And let's be fair, phases 2, 3, and 4, they just suck. If you hit those ramp up damages, it's not pretty. So I think I'm not overly fussed about it. It's phase 1. It's the piggies. I don't see it a huge drama. Yeah, I think a cap's probably, going to be something along those lines or some sort of mechanic that just means it won't last that long.
Main thing I want to see, and I've said this several times, is I'm not hyper concerned about the challenge tier Rancor raid other than I really wish rewards were better. I really wish there are other ways to get Relegate rewards. I still have yet to have a single Relegate character in my roster. Because I haven't been in a guild where I can, post damage at the times that we're posting damage. As not many people are. There's a lot of people that aren't getting Relegate more than 1 or 2 pieces at a time. But I hope that this is a testing ground. Is what I really hope. I hope that they're using this as a way to learn how to tune a raid and what the game looks like today. So that when we get a new raid, an actual new raid, not a rehashing of an old raid, that they'll be able to hit the ground running a bit more. I have a feeling that's what they're doing with Challenge Tier Rancor. And so I'm personally ready to give them patience as they tweak things out and figure things out because I think they're learning.
Yeah, I agree. I think exactly the same thing. And guys, if it's not something that we're going to get a new raid soon, and we've been told, there's one on the way, that's our information. And we've been hearing this for a little while now. I've talked about this. If it's still going to be a little while away, then flatten those rewards out, please. Just please.
Well, they said they flattened it. They said they flattened it.
You flattened them out, but you didn't.
This is flat. It's flat. This is flat.
When you've got guys getting, almost, every 2 weeks, you're getting your Relegate character, and you got guys at the bottom of your guild getting one every 7 weeks. That's not flattening, guys. It's not. And you need a team effort here. You need everyone on deck to do it. It's sort of not fair on the guys that are putting in the work and not getting the results out of it anyway. There's certainly a lot of people unhappy about that I hear and see around the place.
I hate the way they did that, but what can you do?
Yeah. Again, not up to us, but if you can flatten them off a bit more, please have another look at that. I would personally appreciate it. I'm sure there's a lot of other people that would as well.
Especially for such a valuable resource. It's like one of the most valuable resources in this game. So anyway, you got to get to viewer's choice.
It is. No, it's all good. We're up to viewer's choice. No stress. No, you can just butt in anytime you want, Cubs.
I'm ready for the question.
Video,
you know me.
All good.
I'll butt in.
Just do whatever the hell you want. It's fine. It's no problem, man.
It's my video and it's over.
Okay, so we got the viewer's choice question, guys. So you know the drill. Again, in the comments below, put your question in there, or obviously go to the Heinzie server. The link is also in the description. Go in there. There's a channel called Rogue Action Topics. Get into that one and pop in your question. It's pretty simple. If it's a good question, we'll ask it, and if it's a crap question, we won't ask it. It's that simple. So make it a good question. It'd be awesome. We're gonna. It's a trap. This one is our boys this week from Happy Dude 22. Now that's a pretty cool name. I like that. Happy Dude 22. Thank you so much for your question this week. And the question is this. Now Cubs doesn't know what the question is. Let's be clear. Yep. This is the way he wants it. He wants to go in fresh.
Yep. With
new Galactic Legends probable at some point this year, do you think there will be a Relic 8 requirement for these new Galactic Legends built in?
I really, really desperately hope not. I would be very, very sad if there was. I feel like that resource is too exclusive. And part of me feels like they wouldn't do that until they really made Relic 8 something that was farmable, if that makes sense. Right now, it's you get it through the raid, or you can buy the packs. And you're limited to 3 packs, right? I mean, do those keep coming back? I don't know. I haven't bought any of them.
We've seen it twice so far. So you can buy it 3 times, which gives you 1.5 Relic 8 characters, basically.
Yeah, and it's like $50, right?
Yeah, $150 for the 1.5 Relic 8s.
$150 for 1.5.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's US. In Australia, $1 dues. It's what, about $230. So a little bit higher here.
I really hope they tread carefully with that one. I think Relic 8 is way too exclusive. And they've already set a precedent of what the requirements are. I feel like I'm asking them right now. I feel like I'm trying to find a way to say no, they're not going to do that. But in my mind, I think I'm pretty scared that they will.
It's like that, isn't it? It's like, don't give them the idea. Don't give them the idea, guys. Just shh.
Nothing to see here, CG. Nothing to see here. Get out of here.
Nothing to see here. Move along. Move along. Move along.
Move along. This isn't the rogue actions you're looking for.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did not talk Relicates. Okay, so we're all good. But unfortunately, I think you're right. Look, I would love to see, again, Relic 7s, we know Relic 7s have been the maximum achievements for certain characters. Only a few, not all of them, only a few. Yeah. Relic 8, at this stage, I agree, would be nasty. It is CG, so it is subject to change, Cubs. I might have said that before. Again, wouldn't put it past them, but yeah, if there was an option, if I was sitting behind the desk, I would love not to. I just don't think it needs it. I think, again, they're exclusive enough and people are buying them anyway. I think if you check the pack buys, people are buying them if they really want them. Yeah. The Rancor raid, it's taking a while to get them. I just think that would be, a really hard thing to achieve, a Galactic Legend with a Relic 8 character in it at this stage. Yeah. Let's say that at this stage. So we'll see how that plays out in time. But a really, really good question and something to hopefully not have to worry about. That would be great. Cubs, it's been great as always, but thank you so much. Again, apologies for the day late, guys, but better late than never. It's my fault. It's not my fault. It's our fault.
Heinzie's
fault.
We're
a team here, man. We're a team here.
Heinzie's fault.
Guys, he's throwing me under the bus right now. Dead set. Guys, join our boy Cubs Fan Han on Twitch. You know where to find him. Cubs Fan Han. Of course, Heinzie ANZ GC. I'm on Twitch as well. A couple of days a week. Come and hang out with us. Again, the descriptions are below, guys. The links and all. It's not hard to find us.
Get this man a partner, guys. Get this man a Twitch partner. Come on. Go check him out.
We're close. We're close. It'll be awesome. So really come and hang out and come down under with us and we'll have a good time. So until next week, Cubs, thank you so much, man. And looking forward to doing it again. We'll see you then, guys. Love ya. Bye.
See ya.
Mwah.